A Japanese newspaper has reported, and it was picked up by the Telegraph, which is a paper in the UK. So that's the link below is from the Telegraph. But this is, the Japanese media picked this up. The title is China and Russia Dispatch Ships to Shadow Donald Trump's Armada as it approaches North Korean waters. This came out April 17th. So what this article goes into, basically, so Trump is now, he's trying to go after North Korea and their nuclear program. So North Korea has proven themselves to be crazy. We know Kim Jong-il was nuts, his son is nuts. And what the thing we never really understand about what South Korea, or excuse me, what North Korea is doing. So North Korea has mass poverty, and they have in the past done a lot of sort of saber rattling because they're a dictatorship that doesn't know how to ask for help. And they didn't go to a free market communism the way China did, basically. China is still a communist country, but they went, whoa, let's get a piece of capitalism. And Cuba went, from what I understand, to, like, Cuba had, you know, there was rationing and stuff like that. So they started telling people to grow gardens, and they did all this stuff. So the North Koreans are a centralized communist government, and they don't have a lot of money, and their citizens are starving, and so they just, all they know how to do is flex their money, their muscle, and they have no economy. They're not exporting anything. So, but Trump's reaction is crazy. And they're saying, like, Mike Pence is saying stuff like the era of strategic patience is over during his visit to South Korea. And so what this Japanese media has said is that China and Russia have dispatched spy vessels to shadow Donald Trump's armada as it steams to North Korean waters. Rising tensions. Japanese media reported the deployment as Mike Pence, the U.S. vice president, warned of the patience is over. Beijing sought Russian help in averting a crisis over North Korea last week as concerns grow in China that Donald Trump is seeking to confront North Korea over its weapons program. The U.S. president sent a Navy group led by aircraft carrier Carl Vinson into the region and is what is being seen as a signal to Pyongyang and a signal to China to stop building that island. And Trump tweeted, "Our military is building and is rapidly becoming stronger than ever before. Frankly, we have no choice." Yeah. As I've said numerous times, under Obama, we were spending 54% of our budget on the military. This idea that we have a weak military is fantastically insane and stupid. The Yomiuri Shimbun, which I believe is the paper in Japan, citing multiple sources of the Japanese government, said China and Russia had dispatched intelligence-gathering vessels from their navies to chase the USS Carl Vinson. The ships are strengthening warning and surveillance activities in the waters and airspace around the area, Japan's largest daily newspaper said, according to its English-language sister publication, the Japan News. You want to know what's really going on? Trump, and there's plenty of his tweets have been documented when Obama was in office. He's like, stop with the military bombing, stop with the He even said during the campaign, I'm not going on these crazy wasting money in the Middle East. I'm not doing that. So Trump was threatening the real power. And after the election, and he was doing crazy stuff even before he got sworn in, I did some, in the beginning part of the year, January, and then right after he was sworn in, I was doing reports as I was reading stuff. I got this from Noam Chomsky talked about this, Chris Hedges talked about this, that if he gets impeached, it's going to come from the right, because if he doesn't play ball with their war machine, he's going to get in trouble. They would have him impeached. He's playing ball, so he's not going to get impeached. And a couple months ago, Noam Chomsky warned the window of opportunity to get Trump out of there is closing, because if he starts playing ball with the corporate state, then they'll keep him in there. And this is what he's doing. He's ramping up an arms race with Russia. He's ramping up it with North Korea and China. And, you know, Trump was an ally of Putin, obviously. They'd done a lot of business together, as have the Clintons. Bill Clinton got paid to speak over there. As I've said before, Hillary Clinton sold plutonium to Russian businessmen through the Clinton Foundation. This was reported in the New York Times. And the Russians have something on Trump. That's why he was playing ball with them. And then they said, no, 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 no. We need that pipeline going through Syria. So you're not playing ball with Russia anymore. And that's what's going on. So Trump is now playing ball. Otherwise, they were going to get him out of there one way or the other. So this is, he's escalating this because they need an arms race and they need that pipeline. And this is how it's going to play out in these very scary atomic chess games like this. So all it's going to take, and this is the thing, and I said this when Trump got elected, which is terrifying. So let's say China does something and there's some international incident or there's a little strike on an American Navy ship. Trump's going to just flip out and overreact. I mean, I don't think people realize, I know everyone just had a great weekend at Coachella, but I don't think people realize how close we are to World War III. It's a little terrifying right now. And they're censoring all of us. They don't want any of us to talk about it. So pay as close attention to this as you can and try to get your friends, as I've said, to wake up and support independent media. The Patreon link is below, man. And like and subscribe. Because this is some crazy deep state shit like I've never seen in my lifetime. Thanks for watching The Political Vigilante.